Hi everyone, this is Mistels, and today I'm going to show you how to beat Major Payne with just 2 pets so you can get credit for the awfully big adventure quest or achievement, of course. And this guy is actually really frustrating because he is a huge RNG factor, which makes it very hard to beat this one in the first go sometimes. For instance, he's doing this, what's it called, bash thing, but sometimes he's not, so you can't really rely on it, and it's kind of well, it's kind of a little bit frustrating. And the same thing with Beakmaster, he's doing shock and awe, but he's not always starting with it, so you don't really, it's hard to plan for it. Anyway, in the beginning here, you can see I used the Clockwork Gnome, and then I got bashed, so I pulled in the Elekk Plushie just to take the damage from that, while my turrets are, you know, hammering Grizzle down. So you might as well avoid a little bit of damage now that you have the Elekk Plushie as kind of a carry-on pet. And then just put down turrets whenever they are off cooldown and keep, you know, doing Metal Fist. You can also do a repair. Actually, it's a good idea to do a repair before the Beakmaster comes in if you are at too low health, or if you don't get bashed in the beginning, you can do a repair. And I think I will actually do that here. I know he's going to heal up for quite some amount, but it's better to be at as high health as possible when the Beakmaster enters the field. And now I got bashed again, so I'm gonna switch in the Elekk Plushie and just let that take the hit there. Gonna swap in the Clockwork Gnome again. He can do his turret because that's off cooldown, and then I'll be able to beat the Grizzle in this particular hit, I think. So I should be able to kill him off with a Metal Fist here. Oh, that was so close. Anyway, he's doing hibernation, so that's fine. I'm gonna kill him off with my turret and with my Metal Fist. So I think in this case, I can't exactly remember how much I had left, but I think I ended up at approximately the same. And then I'm gonna get hit by the shock and awe. At this point, I'm not gonna swap in the Elekk Plushie because it's a pretty low health, and I want to make sure that I get some turrets down here, so I'm just gonna do that. And I want to, of course, also make sure that I don't die on my Elekk Plushie. That would be horrible. That's defeat the whole purpose. So now at this point, again, it's RNG. I'm going to hope that he's going to do a wind up at this point, because I want to kind of you know, get some extra damage in on him before I die. And now I'm going to hope that he's actually firing the wind-up, because otherwise that wind-up is going to end up at my Frigid Frostling, which is not going to be cool. And I want to kind of take that damage on my Clockwork Gnome since he's low anyway. So that's pretty, that was pretty good. But sometimes he doesn't do that. Sometimes he saves it, and that's horrible, because then you're ending up with the damage on your Frigid Frostling. That's hard to say. So here I still have the turret up, which is one of the things you want to have, and I have almost full health on my Frigid Frostling, which is also pretty neat. So I'm just gonna keep going with him. I think I'm gonna do a Slippery Ice here that should kill off the Beakmaster, and I'm lucky that he did another wind up here as well. That was pretty nice. Now he pulls in Bloom, and what you want to do is you want to fire your Ice Tomb. That's why I didn't use it on the Beakmaster. You want to fire your Ice Tomb off as fast as possible, because you want to have him stunned at some point early in the fight. And then you just hammer Search. It's good if you have Slippery Ice down, because there is an accuracy decrease. I don't know. And as you can see there, it actually he actually missed an attack, which is really good. And then he got stunned, which is also nice. And you have your Search, which is going first, which means that you can actually, you know, get the damage in and beat him without him doing more damage. So you can see I ended up with 800 something on my Frigid Frostling, which means I could probably have taken 1 or 2 extra hits from what's his face, Bloom. And this was kind of an average fight. Sometimes you actually manage to get a Beakmaster down even further with your Clockwork Gnome, and sometimes you don't. And I would say that this tactic works maybe 70% of the time, maybe a little bit higher, but it works, and you only have to do it once, so even if, well, you only have to succeed once, so even if it takes you 1 or 2 tries, it's definitely worth it to get the achievement credit. So if you have been looking for a tactic, then this one actually is pretty decent. And you can see here, now I have my credit for Major Payne. Another thing that you can do, and I've been successful with that a couple of times, because I've tested out a lot of tactics with this, I can tell you. I've been going with the Ruby Droplet and Acid Touch, Dive and Drain Blood. And if you just time your Drain Bloods correctly, you can actually win the fight with that instead of the Frigid Frostling as well. And I've seen other people say that Little Bling is really good instead of the Clockwork Gnome. I don't have Little Bling, but if you do, it might be super awesome to use him. So test that out and let me know in the comment section if that actually works. And I think that's it. I have another video where I'm using the Mistels Pet Battles, and it's pretty good if you're lucky with the RNG, because the sandstorm makes the attack from Beacon Master much lower, and you also have deflection, which is nice for the windup. But it is pretty RNG reliant, because in the beginning you're going with Demolish against Gristle, so it can be a problem. But there's some options for you if you don't have these particular pets, or if you want to try something different. As always, make sure that you leave comments, feedback, thoughts, anything like that in the comment section below, and of course make sure you subscribe, because we have a lot more tamers to go, and after that, well, what could I come up with? Something really exciting, so stay tuned for that. Until next time, bye bye.